Yeah, Smart War Games here. Let's play more common mission, classic common mission. This time we will roll here in we will play the Task Force Rose campaign from Beyond Overlord. It's 1944, winter. In fact, December 44. So I guess we are part of yeah, we will read the briefing. Good, let's check the briefing. Task Force Rose. Historical. Ardennes Offensive, day +2. Historical outcome was TF Rose probed by the recon, beaten back by 105mm. Yeah, beaten back. Good, briefing. Mission. Move to Antonisyov. Eliminate roadblock position. Afterwards, continue west. American units were spotted. Yeah, we're talking about that junction, okay. Yeah, we might dismount those forces in the tree lines. You Jimmys can push to a tree line. Do we want to get rid of the infantry? I can't pull off reconnaissance with infantry on my... Okay, ship them, but then get rid of them. Jimmy's voice lost. Why are you still body banging? Nah, man. Jimmy, Nazi Germany, Tonys. God damn, man. Is there any... yeah. I already talked about that. Is there any nation that fought up to its capital? Got engaged by three superpowers. Wait, yeah. Several superpowers. Nah. We not surrendering, man. We fight up to the capital. To the last meter. It's very seldom in history that some people go those lengths. Okay, those half-tracks carry what? Ah, wait, there's other trucks. That might be motorized infantry in platoon. And that is mechanized infantry platoon. Okay. Keep the motorized. Nah, keep both in reserve. Good. Drop them off and then do proper reconnaissance. Marsch, marsch, marsch. Arsch, marsch. Arsch, Arsch, Arsch. Those Jimmy's carry only 50 mic, right? Yeah. That is not the upgraded 75 ones. They carry the 50 mics. Yeah, okay, they can't re-engage tanks. Okay, but they can do reconnaissance. Good. Our goal is that junction. Okay. Marsch, marsch, marsch! Marsch, marsch, marsch! Nice to see infantry rocking the red armbands. Wait, where's those red armbands? Nah, it's not a party. Did they do that on the winter uniforms? As identification? Where's those red armbands? Nice. Can somebody tell me what is that red armband? Is that what then Germans use to identify themselves in case everybody carries white overalls? Similar to Russia using white, red. Nowadays, where Ukraine use green, blue, yeah. Ah, so they used that during the Ardennes counteroffensive. So yes, you are right. It's only a winter overall thing. Yeah, because everybody might wear white, yeah. And then you might wear at least some undisclosed armbands. Yeah, crazy, yeah? How stuff after 60, 70 years is the same. Nah, man, they had it figured out back in the days. Yeah. They concealed their vehicles, they concealed their helmets. They didn't put bushes on their helmets or whatever, but to break up the silhouette. Which you nowadays, even in the Ukraine war, you don't see that. Some people simply parking those, especially considering nowadays, with those FPV drones and everything completely infesting the sky. Quote, on the Eastern Front, German soldiers often wore their colored bands with their winter uniforms to distinguish themselves to other Germans as Russians. What? To other Germans as Russians' winter clothing was also white. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So especially you are right to prevent friendly fire. Additionally, the bands were sort of coded with the color changing each day, so Soviets couldn't less. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Ah, cool. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, in the winter, everybody might receive winter overall, which is usually something water protective, which you can put over your BDU, and of course, as somewhat gives you more warmth. But with everybody using that, everybody wearing white overalls, you might want to use, of course, something to distinguish yourself, which you are aware of, but the enemy is not. If the enemy sees some Tony with a red armband, he can't tell, yeah? What is that red armband supposed to mean, yeah? While if your forces are properly briefed, they can tell, okay, friendly forces will wear red armbands. Yeah. And then you have, of course, the advantage. What do the scientists say? Wait, what? I don't think the average person was any dumber in 1940. So it's natural that they had some genius stuff going on. Yeah, no man, figured already warfare out pretty good, yeah. What do the scientists say? Human body has been the same for... Yeah, exactly. I even have the impression that people are getting more stupid nowadays because of all those convenience features. Because it's for me it is sometimes, man, back in the day, nowadays you can Google information in 5 seconds, but people rather decide to stick to their retard shit and even double down on that. Maybe engagement somewhere. We have contacts. Building up hier the Jimmy Panzer. Und Offizier Poppe. Show me when I cross-grow. Das ist der Jagdpanzer 4. On a Panzer 4 chassis. Very good. Let's do it better in historical Tonys. You know, in the past we thought future generation would be super tech savvy. Yeah, exactly. But it seems they're not. User interface keep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was asking, man, in the future we will be super high IQ Tonys. Now I'm more losing a bit that people are getting more stupid with all that stuff around them. You may have noticed this shitty trend to make every button as big as possible, making PC interface looks like mobile. Yeah. I mean, we recently played... Wait, let me deactivate the sound. Oh. We recently played here a campaign series, and I think the interface and buttons, or button layouts, I mean, you can also make them large. Is in a classic campaign series better than the modern one. Good, infantry is proceeding. Bring up those reserves. We have some Panzer Grenadiers ready to roll, but I currently have no idea to where I want to commit them. No, wait, Jimmy. And we have motorized Tonys. But they might stick close to the road. And so far we're rolling. During this counterattack everything will be fine, yeah? We will, the West allies will sue for peace. Then we can defeat the Soviets despite them producing 20 times more than us. But okay, yeah, no man, we will handle it. Jimmy, Company Leader, do you see anything from back there? Führen von vorne. Los. Jimmy's perhaps it's time to stick to your head hin. Nah, man. Classic comp mission. Mwah. Chef's kiss. But campaign series are also good. But this here right gives you an idea what if you give an order, what happens. If you are a battalion commander, which is, I guess, a typical battalion commander. Oberstleutnant, or perhaps a major, might give that shit, give those orders here. Jimmy's, get inside. Yeah, eliminate machine gun, but stay inside. Good, Jimmy's, proceed. Flank? Is the flank safe? Hard to tell. Check the flank. Good. Our reserves are moving. Nah, man, the controls are so beautiful. It's crazy that this game is not the Super Mario of wargaming. It should be the Super Mario of wargaming. The Super Mario 64 of wargaming. There should be a huge Twitch community playing that game. Not me only. It tells you that most of those Tonys are simple bitches. Jimmy never visit. Nah, man, I also had a lot of bitches in officer training school. Nah, they I don't know what, they made the logistics, they hit the logistics, whatever. You could tell, man, they can't command the heat. But that is for the Tonys here. That is for the big rig Tonys, yeah. Big micro rig Tonys. Nah, man, that game is ace. Ace. Shit, man, that is... I personally would say classic comp mission should be part of OTS, Officer Training School. Not the modern comp mission, but the classic one. To understand abstraction, because for leader, abstraction is very important, as you don't witness the outcome, the effect of your actions. I don't need to see 12 squad soldiers, but rather I move some counter on the map, and then somebody tells me, hey man, you lost just 8 dudes doing that because you are stupid. Oh shit, okay. In order to sensitize those shimmies, I think classic comp mission is... Man, I would roll that at OTS. With that, man, yeah. Oh shit, I tanked him. Oh, Kundra! Wait. Ah yeah, it's the US. Bazookas. Too many bazookas, watch out. Well, 40 meters, they can hit you with a bazooka. More than you can hit them with that AG fire into the forest. When you watch out for... We might need to retreat. No, bazooka is up, I think, to 100. Another bazooka fire. I guess a miss. Yeah, retreat. That anti-tank team is not important. We need to capture that junction. That is important. Yeah, watch out, but if they have a bazooka, they might kill you. I think infantry is pretty resilient in this game. Nah, it's not resilient, it's realistic. That's exactly how... infantry is even more resilient than in this game, or in Commission 2. But at least this game figures out how important infantry is. Yeah. While in most tactical war games, people are simply clueless bitches. Yeah, the infantry dies simply. Exactly. Yeah. No, so having infantry sitting in the woods with anti-tank weapon, machine gun, whatever is. Yeah, and that is you can pepper them with machine gun and HE, but they will keep sitting in the house. Exactly, because the reality is even worse. I tell you, the reality is worse. If you have people in a, let's say, somewhat not shitty building, like that here, that looks like a solid building. It's not some wooden shit house, yeah? Man, you will have a hard time to flush out infantry out of those. Yeah, there might be also a basement, where they can retreat. They come back. They fire indirect inside from the building. They might have it fortified. Create kill holes, whatever. The reality is even worse than in video gaming. When it comes to Tony's in built-up area or in mount, yeah. And most games get that. Most games simply, you can tell those Jimmies that make those games, they have no clue. They like war. Man, I read a book or 2 books about warfare. I want to make a war game, yeah. But they have no clue. But Jimmies in buildings. I tell you, man, a good case study is here. Battle for Fallujah. Yeah. Fallujah, when the Marines rolled into Fallujah with complete air superiority and everything, they had to spend 40 minutes on a single building because there was some single dude with an AK firing from the basement windows or from the base floor windows or from the whatever. Despite having tank support, air superiority, everything. Yeah? That tells you how brutal mod combat can be. I think it's way more brutal than often you see in combat mission. I mean, some Jimmies in modern combat mission, they make it harder, by, for example, lowering those buildings, and then you can that is real mouth. It might be so. Other strategy games like Vanilla Blitzkrieg make infantry near useless. Yeah, that is complete bullshit. Any tactical scale war game that makes infantry, and there's a ton. I talked about that. There's a ton of, and if the infantry is especially rifles, that's typical for wargaming that rifle infantry is near useless in many games. I call it tank porn. Tank porn. Tanks dominate the battlefield, which is not really not the reality. Yeah? Do you think I would roll a tank right now into that village? No. There might be infantry sitting close by with a Piat or with whatever Molotovs. And that gives you an idea if somebody really knows what he's doing or not. If you find a tactical war game that makes especially rifle platoons useless, like those guys get killed anyways. If they don't carry a ATGM or anti-tank or whatever, they are useless in my combat. Then you can probably figure out that that guy has no clue. In classic or in modern combat mission, even a rifle platoon, I mean, that is here basically a Panzergrenadier platoon. I mean, Panzergrenadiers carry also Panzerfaust, but doesn't matter. Even if they would be now here 41, a rifle platoon, it would be super useful. If you hit those buildings and there's a tank somewhere in that town and it retreats, that platoon will push that tank out. Or that You never want to have infantry close to your tank. That's exactly why the Germans developed that Nahverteidigungswaffe. But if you have a clueless bitch that makes a war game and thinks, tanks, then you end up with a tank porn tactical war game. If your tactical war game is resolving around tank porn, Gravity, sorry, then you are a clueless bitch. Period. You have no clue. Wooden shacks explode in CM1, but flushing infantry out of stronger buildings tough. Yeah, exactly. As it should be. Oh, kurwa. Lost our heavy armored car. Oh, kurwa, der was a bazooka. Yeah, okay. We have minimum platoon plus forces. Or even, on that left flank here. That is brutal. Yeah, we will not engage this one here. That is minimum one infantry platoon plus I don't know what, reinforced with company elements. Yeah, we will bypass that. No, that is too much. Are they still carrying Tonys? No. It's a 37. Right? Nah, one. It's not a 37. That is a MG38 or MG42 one. Yeah, that is a bit... That looks very strong. Minimum platoon plus. Disengage. Again, what video game? You hear me talking like disengage? That is real warfare. We encountered here a very well situated platoon, reinforced platoon. You could even call a company almost. But I guess it is a platoon bolstered by company elements to the max. We disengaging and trying to probe another. That is real warfare. Or at least real World War II warfare. Show me any tactical game that handles it like that. Where you guys can that easily disengage. Even in Modern Combat Mission you can't easily disengage. I think Modern Combat Mission makes it also too hard to disengage. Usually if you roll, man, you get half, 75% of your squad killed. Sometimes you don't want to disengage. By modern, not modern, and if you read authentic accounts, detailed accounts, that was normal. Probing, disengaging, hit. I think in that regard, Classic Commission is doing a better job. That's why I say, man, that game should be... Why? What is with you? Jimmy, why no waypoints? Okay. Good. We have an infantry platoon proceeding through those... What is... Oh no, they are here, they are here, they are here. Let's deploy it. I need a base of fire. Chewie, Company HQ, that is not your job. Let the platoon leaders handle it. Shut the fuck up. The platoon leaders here. Lieutenant Kraus is doing a good job. Don't intervene. Let him handle it. A lot of bazookas being fired. That's... Tony is lost. You get that armored car out of here before a bazooka impacts. Oh! Missed. Okay. Was close. Oh, another bazooka. In RTS games, you would just keep going to bog the enemy down and drain his resources, sacrificing your troops. Yeah, okay, that is RTS. Yeah, RTS. For example, a good example of good mechanics, but applied into a non-realistic layout is Steel Division 2, or basically all those the entire war game series. They utilize authentic ranges, weaponry, everything. But the entire game revolves around, man, fucking send Jimmies into those objectives to gain more points. Man, I would like to play Steel Division 2 if they would do something like linear campaign with handmade missions. That game absolutely has the capability to do it, but they are so focused on that multiplayer, fast-paced, send shit to the front line. Yeah. Only in true war games do you disengage. Exactly. In most war games, or in most tactical war games, you can't disengage. You will die. You will simply die, or when you realize that you need to disengage, you're dead. Your forces are dead. While in games like Tigers on the Hunt, modern combat missions are sometimes really hard to disengage. Jimmies will get killed hard, but you can pull it off to some extent. But I think classic combat mission is even better in that regard. More authentic, I would say. While in money games, you can't disengage. It's period. If you commit something, they will die or they will succeed. Yeah, something like a tank rolls up the infantry. I mean, perhaps they can hide in the woods, whatever. But yeah, while in classic combat mission, but also here in campaign series, if you have infantry in the open is not some easy kill. Yeah, those guys will still hide at some bushes, whatever. The only thing I don't like in campaign series is that they recover so fast. You body bag them, and they come next turn back with recovered morale. But in reality, they might simply call it a day. Nah, man. Charles Moyan, those Tonys, man. Early 2000. Internet was a stone cave. There was not any open source intelligence on the internet. No OSINT. And those Jimmies figured it out. Why nowadays you can Google everything in 5 seconds and you have more retards than ever. Nah, man. Classic combat mission is a beauty game. I said that here. That one thing already tells me that how deep they went with their research. We don't have a tiger. But that the Tigers in late 44 fire der Nahverteidigungswaffe, the close defense weapon. There was this anti-infantry close assault grenade launcher, which I think the commander had a button in the Tiger. If you push that, there was a cap or whatever, but if you push that button, it fired high explosive or shrapnel grenades in the vicinity of the tank in order to scare away or kill infantry that is about to conquer the tank. And that tells you how big the danger was of infantry being close to a tank. That the Germans, even despite their limited resources, installed such measures, but nobody knows about that. And they figured it out that early. I mean, we saw that in the last scenario, the Tiger was firing that close defense measures, which you will fight in, 5% of war games, because most people they don't even know about it. Okay, be right back. Need to take a Tony. Yeah, red accounts, historical accounts were tigers, yeah. Tigers, not King Tiger, but tigers tiger crew were forced out by partisans using flammables. Yeah, sure, it's great that if you have all the armor, but if you can't breathe properly, you need to exit the tank. The tank also might be super fine, yeah, the tank is not destroyed, it is basically abandoned. Should we set them out? Prepare that for the infantry. What is that firing? It might be anti-tank. There was not a bazooka, there is anti-tank. Hit them hard. Yeah, I lost 2 vehicles to bazookas. That is okay. Good, push on a town. Jeez, bring them in. We need more suppression before we moved in the infantry. Good, half-track's arriving. Is the half-track empty? Yeah, but Alexa's a gunner. Gunner got killed. Retreat. Wait. Win 11 updates. Balked my win install today. Will deal with it tomorrow. Pain in the ass. Yeah, I can feel you. Hello, I just found out that you are back. I remember you from the time you played the newest common mission campaigns on your old YouTube channel. You back. Yeah, Artem, welcome. Oh my god, I was saying I'm genuinely interested in some Steel Division 2 campaigns. Yeah, there's simply no good single player content in Steel Division 2. Everything is resolving around this multiplayer loop of throwing forces at your front line and following this, yeah, what phase, what units. Steel Division 2 has the mechanics, but they only care for multiplayer. If they would, for example, introduce something like common mission like campaigns, man, I would play it. I think the game has absolutely the technical capability to play something very detailed on a low tactical level, yeah? Not grand, but actually micro penis tactical level, yeah? Okay. Can't even boot into Windows 11, no? Thanks God for Linux. What? Actually, what update did you install there? But yeah, lately there was some Windows updates that really screwed up people. Good. About our objective, how much time do we have? Oh, shit, man. Push your half tracks. Yeah, welcome to Germany, late war. Yeah, that is our only option. That is exactly the Panzergrenadiers' job. And we don't have that much time, but our order is to capture that junction. I don't like that. I mean, we have fire superiority, at least I assume it, but I'm confident that we have fire superiority. But we will need several turns to fight them down and to cause enough casualties. On the other hand, this might also enable us to send those Tonys in the armored half-tracks, which we will do. Because we have only 2 turns left and we are supposed to capture that junction. I know the tank can't do that. Roll in! Hard. Panzergrenadiers, roll in hard. Fast move. Mega fast. Omega fast. Roll in. And yeah, armored vehicles, roll even closer. We need to really suppress them hard. Jimmy, the clock is ticking. We need to push them out of the sea. And then make with them a separate peace. And then kill the Soviets. That is what the Führer, yeah, Radolf Zittler proposed. Jimmy, and he knows what he's doing. Pretty sure that will work out, yeah? Definitely they will sue for peace. Absolutely, yeah? Absolutely. Do we want to even push their infantry? Man, we might do that. Man, do it. Push the Vodka Pushkin. Vodka Pushkin. Roll in everything. All out effort. The motorized Jimmys can't figure shit out. Tony, what are you doing here? Nobody gives a shit about. Ah, wait, we have a. Nah, Tony, you come on, fast move. That armored car is keeping busy them, yeah? It's keeping them busy. It's okay. Leave them alone. That armored car is keeping them busy. I do would. It's like that one Windows 11 update that supposedly kill people hard drives. Yeah, exactly. That I read. Yeah, I even blocked that update. There was one Windows update that was suspected of killing SSDs. Yeah, I still have an old machine with Windows 7. Godspeed there, beautiful. And mine is a Windows 10 mimicking 7. What is that? Light version, unfucked. What do you mean with that? Is that some... without those 5,000 services? Jimmy, how can you live without those 5,000 million fucking RAM-eating services? Jimmy's Walnut Junction. Iron Crosses. Come on. Show me where the Iron Cross go. Boah, kurwa, those Tonys, man. Those Tonys are Iron Cross Tonys. Red Armband Tonys. Holy moly. Roll! Rada of Zittler demands. Holy moly. Very successful. I see a ton of allied forces in complete disarray. Man. Shit, perhaps we can even at least oppose the objective. Nah, that looks good. That looks good. Rada of Zittler. Jimmy, Rada of Zittler. Carl, did you deep-load your Windows 11? No, man. How do I do that? Yeah, I mean... I checked the service... wait. I checked the services... yeah, window. And deactivate... service like, I don't know, Xbox... Microsoft Store and whatever. But nah, man. Removed 99% Billy's bullshit from telemetry to anything. Yeah, man. Back in the days, man, when I was 10 years younger, when I was basically 10 years younger, I was 86. I made a Windows 7 version by removing most of those retard services. Man, it was great. Actually, the entire RAM was almost empty. Nowadays, man, I roll 32 gigabytes of RAM. I roll 32 gigabytes of RAM, but that shouldn't be the standard. I think standard is 8, whatever, I don't know. Nowadays. While my RAM is occupied by bullshit, like some bullshit apps. Internet Explorer Edge. Jimmy, I don't use that shit. Get out of here. Yeah, nah, man. Perhaps you need it later. Nah, man. Fuck off. I don't need you. Man, I really hate applications or services that stay. That, I mean, you can boot up a service. Yeah, if you need something, you could do the programming like that. That a service needed when you boot it up. But yeah, this modern programming, or back in the days, already 20 years ago, was the same. Is this, or we will keep running a service forever, occupying, I don't know, 100 megabytes of your RAM. Just in case, yeah, if you boot our program will boot 5 milliseconds faster. Fucking retards, yeah. Sorry, no idea. Sorry, no. Jimmy. Kurwa. Wait. Sorry, no idea how to deep-load, Carl. I love Sparware and I Assistant Slop. I fucking love it. Chris Tito's Tech Win Util is a great way to depload. You can download mods or deploading software. Various Atlas. I can't read it better on my second screen. There is Atlas operating system Go Spectre, but there's even more. JK, there's videos on how to deploy it. But people did tests and it's scary how Win 11 really does report what you're doing and send it to microcock. Microcock. Microcock they will call in a special force on your home. The Linux Mint is microcock. Yeah, Microsoft. Linux Mint is always away, but yeah, sure. Jimmy, I stick with my microcock. I'm so happy with my microcock, man. Yeah, no, not really happy, but yeah. Yeah, fuck it, man. Yeah, nah, man. But I agree. I was this Windows bullshit. So many fucking services running for no good. Microcock. Tonis, push! Vodka Pushkin. Nah, man, you're doing good. You're doing good. Nah, wait. We don't want to move. Provide fire support for the infantry. Half tracks incoming. Half tracks incoming. Infantry incoming. Perhaps don't overdo it. Wait, what is that? Und Offizier Schulz. Hit the wall. And engage anything that moves. Do I need any no, not here. I need any vehicle with anything close for the fire support for the infantry. Shit, last turn. But Jimmy, we flushed out a ton of American forces here. J Plateau HQ, get in the cover, man. Don't look for the Iron Cross. Oh, Steel Hunt. Yes, baby. Oh, Kurwa, who is that guy? Oh, Kurwa, wait, what? I like when, in classic commission, if people get pinned or shaken, man, they simply charge. That is Volksgrenadier style. I love you. Oh, Kurwa. What? 6 casualties only? 2 KI, yeah. Rest in peace. 2 vehicles knocked out. Yeah, no, but man, for that, shit, man. Iron crosses, man. Print them fast. We need a ton of iron crosses. Not entirely. Not Michael Socks. Michael Cock. Michael sucks. Not entirely happy with my micro Jimmy, but my wife's boyfriend okay. Michael sucks. Oh, Kurwa. Oh shit, what did I press now? Here. Michael sucks on the tie. I heard good stories about Linux. Okay. Reinforcements arrived. What? Jimmy's pushed out the entire map. Okay. They left the entire town. Allied Tony's pushed back behind that line. Good. Task Force Rose did a good job. Okay. Yeah, we retreated hard, man. I left the entire town. Can we call it a day? Yeah, if somebody in the chat says to me, fuck you, bitch, why are you not completing that campaign? Pretty sure the allies will slap your buttholes. Buttholes? Why plural? Yeah, but I have several ones. Okay, be right back.